You always have to do quality work, but you have to manage the brand. It's the whole experience.
There's no artwork on these walls because that stained glass is the thing.
Typically what we try to do is pair an emerging entrepreneur with somebody who's already made it. But tonight, we're very excited to have two accomplished entrepreneurs who really have made it in the construction field, in the field of architecture.
The accomplishment of the work's cool, but what really juices me every day is just that, like when you see a co-op get a job offer, they are on cloud 9.
I think back to when my mom and dad were like, what are you gonna be when you grow up? And I can go back to when I was like 5 or 6 and I can say, I wanna be an architect. We make a conscious effort to not be the typical sort of architect where we all dress in black or white and the office is 3 names on the wall. I think we always just are like, we don't have to dress in suits that are all black to have a conversation about design. You can just be who you are. We got here and this building was destroyed. There was nothing in it. There were holes in the floor all over the place. And we had to figure out how in the heck can we get grandma and grandpa or little kids from here through this place. We got out the red pens and just started scribbling and scratching like, this is how we can work this weird stair, make it sort of this shapeshifter, this very Beaux-Arts experience. Like you can go through this room, get compressed, get released. So there's big parts and small parts of this building. And you get to choose your own adventure. And this is the main space, right? Every project has that thing. There's no artwork on these walls because that stained glass is the thing. Here we could never recreate that.
My grandfather had a construction company. My dad worked for him on that side of the family. But my path was Xavier, and I didn't know if I wanted to go to law school, teach, and worked for the family business for like a year or 2 after college. And it was a small business, and I just was not getting the whole family business vibe. I asked my dad, well, what's my future here? And he was like in his 50s, and he couldn't answer that question because I think he hadn't thought about his own future. And I said, well, I'll leave and go off and do my own thing. And he's like, okay, good, have fun. We're connected. So was doing construction work, oddball things. And then there was a TV show back in the day called 30 something. And it was about 2 dudes that worked in an advertising agency. And I was like, that is cool shit. What am I doing in construction? This is really creative and fun. So I got a job at Norfolk Stolly Lawari as an assistant account manager. And now it's NSL. It was incredible. What I learned on the power of the brand and what P&G and its reputation, like my grandfather's company, it's quality reputation, but the effort to put behind a brand and reputation and what that can do for any business. Construction, you love it because you see tangible things, that's the beauty of it. One of the gems on 4th Street, Taft Museum of Art. Everybody was so proud to be chosen for this job because it's that world of National Historic Register, National Park Service level of quality that you have to have your game on to do things that well. We will intentionally put co-ops on projects to give them exposure to these kind of things so they can see firsthand what they're getting into. And if we know a co-op has interest in historic structures, well, then we're going to line him up with this project because we know that's going to be his sweet spot. Or he's going to learn that, hey, maybe this isn't what I'm really into. There's another avenue in construction I want to get into. So you learn what you love, or you get to do what you love, or you learn what not to do. So.
To really impact our city and create some public spaces and private spaces that you hear people talk about and they don't even know that you were there. That's huge. I mean, we want to leave sort of a lasting impression, but no fingerprints, right? So it's kind of like riding that edge. It's magical. It's unbelievable. As an architect and how you have to look at, do I put the hammer down and make this really architectural and about that thing that I'm doing, or do I show restraint and have it be more cerebral or emotional or subtle? Like Boca and Soto here, like people were like, oh, aren't you proud to be working on the masonette? I'm like, you're damn right we're proud to be working on it. I just hope I don't f it up, right? Because it was already the masonette. It had this storied past on it. It's just like, we don't need to put our thumbprint all over it and make it about drawing department. We just need to be respectful about it. I don't know if I made it. I still have lots more tricks in here. I would tell you that the thing that keeps us making it is the fact that we rarely say typically, because there's no typical. Everything's a prototype. When we embrace that idea and we don't make it about, well, what would Ron do? What we make it about, what would drawing department do? And I use my entire team, and Mike uses his entire team. You get this cross-fertilization of makers that makes you better. So you just tap into your entire team. And I always say to my crew, the moment we don't use our entire team, it makes us like everybody else.
Stanton Millworks will be doing Jeff Ruby's millwork and stuff for Children's Hospital, and then we're turning around chipping concrete in a parking garage for somebody. And we're solving everybody's problems just with different tools. So the accomplishment of the work's cool, but the thrill of their victories probably trumps most any of mine. I just don't think I ever would feel right if I said I made it, you know? Like, well, number one, I didn't do it. There are plenty of other people around that helped us make it. Maybe that's a better way to put it. Maybe there's a solid team that makes us. But when we find people and we can help them be successful, it just multiplies on its own. We're not doing anything. You know, we're just kind of putting the ball on the tee for our gang, and what they do with it is up to them. It's key to me that any time someone spends with us, I want it to be important and meaningful. I want them to walk away feeling like they did something important for the organization, their team, their buddy, the project. That's what I feel like my job is, to make sure we're doing everything we can to make it meaningful for everyone around here. That way you have a purpose, and if you have a purpose, you're having a blast doing it. When they succeed, that's when we as a team can create environments where everybody else succeeds, that's when people want to come to work and build cool shit. I mean, that's the ethos right there, so.